What if what is holding you back in life right now, keeping you stuck in a limited state of being, is directly connected to an unseen trap, what I called the attachment trap? Let's face it, we all have attachment in our life. We're attached to people, situations, emotions, things, our past, outcomes. And today I'm going to share with you my personal story, how I found a very effective way to let go of attachment and live a more fulfilled life. Welcome back. My name is Lior Cohen, and my intention here is to help you reconnect with who you truly are so you can live the life you meant to live. Live from a place of creation and not a place of fear. Be bold, be creative, be courage to express yourself in the most authentic way so you can express and live your life to the fullest out of purpose. For me, it all started from a very young age. When in hindsight, growing up, I realized that my core childhood wound was around self trust. Basically, I was seeking validation for everything I was doing from external sources and didn't feel strong in my own frame. And at some point, a limiting belief around self trust was created unconsciously inside of me. And I become aware of that. Another thing, I can give you an example. Doing this video right now, going public on camera, this is something that wasn't straightforward for me. Before doing this, a lot of issues came up: fear of being judged, fear of being seen. But I needed to let go of that fear. Part of that process was be able to feel that fear and do it anyway. This is part of the process I'm going to share with you today. Every time we're trying to do something new, something unfamiliar, something unknown, what happened? The ego come into play. Because the ego is a very sophisticated mechanism that designed to protect us, not making changes. So sometimes it can help us when the fear is real. We're being let there's danger around us. Yes, it's important. But for the most part, it's really the ego designed to keep us small, not let us grow. So for example, here I was had fear around going public, fear of being judged. And when I'm trying to do this, all kind of issues coming up, all kind of feeling bubbling up to the surface. And the ego's gonna talk to this little small voice in your head. It's gonna say, you know what? Why you need it? Why you need all this headache? Oh, people are gonna judge you. You will not be successful. All this kind of inner critics come into play, and the solution is the way to do it is feel the fear and do it anyway, because really the magic is in feeling those negative feeling. I say feel it to heal it. That's really the magic when you try to make changes. Attachment are a very powerful thing that keep us stuck, keep us limited, because the ego doesn't like changes. You go into the unknown, a lot of fears coming up. So let's say you work at a job, 9 to 5 job, and you want to become an entrepreneur, and you know this is the right thing for you to do. There's more growth. You're going to have potential to make more money, to have a better life, more abundance for your family. Even though you know it's the right thing for you to do, the ego is going to start coming up all kind of stories why you shouldn't make that move. You're talking about all the fear, all the issues that may come up, because there's something called familiarity. We like to stay in something which is familiar. When you go to the unknown, all kind of issues coming up to the surface. So this is one aspect of attachment. Another way to look at it, for example, let's say a young child or girl grew up in a family that didn't allow them to express themselves. They were limited. They wanted to say certain things, they want to express themselves a certain way, but the family dynamic was very strict. So at some point, a limiting belief was created unconsciously that they're not allowed to express themselves. They need to play small. They have to keep quiet in the corner. So growing up, they will carry this limiting belief around that until they become aware of it and let it go. Another thing is identification with the ego. or identification with our emotions, with pain, with suffering. I can tell you from my own family dynamic. My mom, I loved her, God bless her, but she is so identified with her pain, with her suffering, that the ego basically took over her mental mind, and she's not able to see beyond the egoic mind. So that's her identity. I am the person who is the victim. I am the person who is suffering, and everybody else is fault in my situation. For me, I have experienced shift in my life when I become aware of these patterns, of these attachments, of these limiting beliefs that were holding you back from moving forward. But before becoming aware, I was stuck. See, 90% of the work is a self-awareness. But what really make the magic happens when I learned meditation about 8 years ago. My life completely transformed. I learned to go within. I learned to do the inner work. And this is what I found to be the most effective way if you want to make change in your life, if you want to make transformation. Why is that? Because when you live in the external world, you have a lot of judgment around you. The ego is in control. You have full sensory experience. There are a lot of distraction around you. But when you go within, when you go to this sacred, quiet place within you, basically close your eyes and disconnect from all external distraction from the outside environment, from the external world, that's where you can start have a self-reflection about what is happening without judgment, from a place of neutrality. And that's where you can really give yourself permission to feel those negative emotions, to bring those experiences that stuck deeply in your body. Because I said beforehand, something may happen in my life that created this limiting belief around self trust. Maybe it was a traumatic event. I didn't process fully this event and it got stuck in my body. So, first, I become aware of it. And second, is being able to let go of this trapped emotion, this energy that's stuck in your body, this is holding you back. You cannot see it, but you can feel it. You can experience it because you keep on recycling the same experience in your life, right? You're trying to change from the outside, you change job, you change career, you change profession, but you still have the same patterns show up in your life. Why is that? Because you're trying to change from the outside. Real transformation comes from the inside out, what I call inside out transformation. That's where the magic happens. That was my experience. And actually, as we end up this video, I want to recommend you to watch my guided meditation for letting go of fear. It is very powerful. It's going to help you release the fear because fear is a very dominant feeling, emotion in our life that keep us stuck. And a lot of people, what they do, I say most people, what they do, they push away fear. They put walls around the field. They try to protect themselves from the fear. But that's not the way it's going to help you. It's going to be effective and productive because suppressing or repressing the fear or moving away from the fear, that's what's being taught, is not going to help you transform because the fear is not going to go away. The only way is through to look the fear in the eyes, to feel it, to give yourself permission to express it, to love it, and release it. And one of the most effective ways to do this is through meditation and somatic breath work. That's where you can really make a big change in your life. So I really encourage you to watch this guided meditation, letting go of fear. And please share your experience if that resonates with you. Share in the comments. Um, I really want to thank you for taking the time for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and see you on the next video. Take care. As always, sending you huge amount of love and light from the bottom of my heart. Stay present and live with passion.